Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the procession of the candidates and remain standing.
Let us pray. O Holy One, creator of all we know and of all that we have yet to imagine, bless us with your presence this day. Thank you for the support each of our graduates has received to get them to this point. As you have granted them wisdom and knowledge while they've learned and studied, continue to shower them with both as they enter the next chapter of their lives. Open them to a world larger than they have known, and nurture them as they grow into the persons you created and call them to be. May they fiercely love and live their lives in such a way that the lives of others are bettered and changed. Bless this college and each of us in all that we say and all that we do. Amen. You may be seated.
Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, honored guests, parents, family, and friends, students, welcome to the commencement exercises of the 175th year of Austin College. It has been a year marked by many special events, and this last event of the 175th year is certainly special. How fitting that we are here at this place to celebrate our students. Therefore, please join me as we welcome and congratulate the class of 2024 on a job well done. Soon-to-be graduates, we are here today to reflect upon your experiences, recognize your accomplishments, and to celebrate your commencement day. Accordingly, I invite Dr. Elizabeth Gill to the podium to introduce our student speaker.
I finally am taller than the president. This year's student speaker is Nick Estes. Nick Estes is proudly from Sherman, Texas, and has double majored in healthcare administration and political science. Nick is highly involved on campus. He is a Sumner Scholar and a member of Pi Sigma Alpha Honor Society. He has served as head delegate for Austin College Model United Nations, a member of Students Today, Alumni Tomorrow, a first-year seminar peer mentor, and his little brother for the Zeta Chi Omega sorority. He is also a four-year intern in the Institutional Marketing and Communications Professional Internship Program, where he has been instrumental in leading the Posey Leadership Award and TEDx Austin College events. And perhaps his proudest accomplishment, he has served as the student director for intramural sports for 3 years and has won not one, but 2 intramural championships. Nick has accepted a place at University of Alabama, Birmingham in a dual degree program to earn both a Master's of Healthcare Administration and a Master's of Business Administration. Nick will begin his studies at UAB in the fall and plans to pursue a career in pediatric hospital management. I give you Nick Estes.
Hey guys. Nate Bigelow, our college marshal, came up to me last night, unprovoked, and said, "You know, Nick, the best kind of graduation speech is the one that's genuinely funny. And the worst kind of graduation speech is the one that tries to be funny but isn't." So please give me some pity laughs today if you wouldn't mind. My name's Nick Estes, and to kick off my speech, I'd like for everybody to introduce themselves to the person to the left and the right of them. I hate when people do this in speeches, but bear with me. All right, so I apologize for doing that, but considering the subject matter of my speech, I thought it seemed appropriate because today I'm going to talk about names. And that may seem like kind of an unsophisticated topic to talk about here, but as I began writing this speech on Wednesday, I was very intrigued by the idea of talking about something as basic and fundamental as names at the pinnacle of our academic career. Names were legitimately the first thing that we all learned. Your first word was probably mom or dad. Mine are right here. Hey, guys. The first word you learned to write was probably your own name. And then now here we are at the culmination of all of our learning in life thus far. And I thought that was an interesting juxtaposition. But even outside of that, I've always been fascinated by names for a few reasons. And the first is that names have meaning. Obviously, every name has a linguistic origin and translation that assigns a specific meaning to it. But outside of that literal meaning of our names, I think it really means something when you use someone's name in your daily life, especially somewhere like Austin College when you're going to see the same familiar faces every day over the course of 4 years. In my opinion, there's more value than we could ever imagine that's contained in the simple act of making the effort to address someone by their name. And I think it's tied to the idea that you care enough to remember. This is the part of my speech where I plan to cite some sort of like peer-reviewed article or study that would back up that claim, but just not going to do that. So I'll provide some anecdotal evidence instead. And I can tell you that when I was in high school, I somehow got the nickname Lil Esteloni, and that also somehow followed me to college. And I can tell you, matter-of-factly, that whenever I walk into a room and I'm greeted with a head nod or a wave or a hey, it feels extremely different than whenever I walk into a room with Hunter Fulton or Josh Majors and I'm greeted with Esteloni. Every time, without fail. It's so easy to dismissively tell ourselves, oh, I'm not good with names. I'll remember their face, but not their name. I do the same thing all the time. It's a common pattern thought. But I think we're doing a disservice to ourselves and the people around us when we do so. I was given a quote by someone who I admire greatly, who's also sitting up here, who said that the most important thing to be aware of is how other people feel about themselves when they're around you. And that made me think, when I'm talking to someone, do I make them feel like they're the most important thing in my life at that moment? And honestly, a lot of the time, the answer's been no. But I think that making it a priority and not an afterthought to remember and use people's names is a small but a meaningful first step towards putting other people first and making them feel like they matter. And at Austin College, I think there's a unique culture of selflessness. And as corny as it sounds, I think people need people like that in our world. But I'm also fascinated by names because they can change. It happens all the time in college. Megan turned into Meggie, and Colin turned into Mushy. Zach turned into Greg. Jake Trapani, one of my great friends, never called him Jake a day in his life because at Austin College, he's Trap. And I actually, unknowingly ran into his mom at homecoming, and she said something along the lines of, "Oh, were you friends with Jake?" And I was like, "No, Jake?" But I think that's one of the beautiful things about college. I mean, you hear it in every graduation speech. It's a time of personal growth and evolution and self-discovery. But at Austin College, we have such an interconnected community that you're not only able to witness your own growth, but you're able to become intimately familiar with the growth of those around you. And I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to do that with this group of people right here, which brings me to my last point, which is that I love names because many times when they're changed, they can also be shared. Obviously, the most prominent example would be marriage, but that's not really relevant for me at this moment in time, or for many moments in time to come. But the people here today have experienced this phenomenon in the names of your Greek organizations and your friend groups and your IM teams, and you gain collective ownership over this name that then becomes tied into your own personal identity. And I think the most important name that I've been able to share is the Austin College class of 2024. And maybe I'm being a narcissist, and maybe every class thinks this, but I truly feel like this is one of those groups that's going to define the direction that an institution goes for years to come. You guys arrived at AC in the midst of the pandemic, and what I would argue is probably one of the lowest points in this college's history. I can tell you that I dreaded coming to campus as a commuter student when I first got to Austin College, because I didn't really want to come here in the first place, and then there was no avenue for me to really find where I would fit in. But once things opened back up, you guys went above and beyond to make this place feel like home. You invested in the college. You started and revitalized campus organizations. You made it cool to be involved. You went to each other's games and events. Jay and Rylan are going to like this one. You brought a national championship back to Austin College. You guys turned this place from the place I wanted to be least to my favorite place in the world. And that's the kind of impact that's going to be felt for a long time. And so I think it's only fitting that our class is graduating in the historic 175th year of our college. And I'm not sure how I got so lucky to be part of such an incredible group of people, but I wouldn't have it any other way because you guys changed my life. And it's going to be tough to leave AC behind, and I've been struggling with that over the last few weeks, but I find comfort in the fact that after I walk the stage today, my name is permanently changed to Nick Estes, Austin College class of 2024, and knowing that I get to share that name with all of you means more to me than I could ever put into words. I love you, class of 2024. I love you, Sherman, America. And God bless Austin College. Thank you.
So this has happened to me maybe 5 or 6 times. I've had to follow Nick Estes to the podium. And Nick, I'm a little tired of it, okay? Actually, that's not true. Thank you, Nick. A wonderful message. Class of 2024, I am so happy to celebrate with you today. Your class ended high school, many of you without a graduation ceremony of your own, and you started college during the COVID pandemic. You've been through a lot. You may have started your college career virtually rather than on campus. You've dealt with restrictions, distancing, swabs up your nose, sometimes I swear touching your brain, and sometimes at 6:30 in the morning. During Snowmageddon 2021, how could we forget? You rationed boiled water to brush your teeth. You saw the mall lined with portable toilets in sub-zero temperatures, and the swimming pool being drained to keep the heat on for the boilers. Despite all of this, you're here. You made it. You've made it through, but no one makes it through alone. You've had your family, friends, classmates, teammates, your professors and mentors, your coaches, the staff that you've worked with. All of these people have supported you along the way. So what I'd like to do is take a moment now to recognize and thank all of them. Unfortunately, there are people, often loud people, out there in the world who question the value of a college education. What do you get out of it? Is it worth it? Hardly a day goes by without some story like this appearing somewhere in the media. And I've got to tell you, as a college president, it's pretty frustrating. And you're about to be college graduates. So you're going to have to deal with this as well. So, to respond to those people strictly in dollars and cents, college graduates will earn on average 100% more than non-college graduates over the course of their earning lifetime. And that's the average college graduate. As an Austin College graduate, you've experienced a breadth of academic disciplines and developed the communication and critical thinking skills that will allow you to shift and pivot throughout the course of your career. We've all seen how quickly the world changes, and you are ready for it. So, an education that ensures that you've learned how to learn in a rapidly evolving economy that will demand millions and millions more college graduates in the decades to come, and that drastically increases your future earning power, sure sounds worth it to me. But let's not pretend that your college experience can be boiled down to just a business transaction, a return on your investment. Yes, you're absolutely ready for your first job, but you're also ready for your last job. And I promise you, for almost all of you, your first job and your last job will not be the same. These last 4 years, though, they mean much more than that business transaction. Yes, you've spent hours, days, weeks in the classroom, in the lab, in the field, and in the studio. You've been ambassadors and researchers, performers and writers, competitors and servant leaders. You're an extraordinary and impressive group, but I promise you, the experiences that you remember won't just be from Chem Lab or data analytics. You've been shaped by that Jan term trip to Japan, the time you went to NCAAs and won medals, the student assembly meetings that you led, when you went to New York for Model UN. All of the memories, all of the friendships you've made here can last a lifetime. The Sunday evenings you spent at chapel and dinner afterward. Those late night discussions you and your roommate had about your futures and the future of the world. That talent show and the hours that you volunteered. All of these things happened while you were at Austin College. Now, you all have your own stories, and I'm positive that some of those stories I really don't want to know about. But now I'd like to share another story with you. This story appeared in this month's issue of The Atlantic magazine. It's the story of Philip Shribman, described in the article as the man who died for the liberal arts. Philip Shribman was a student at Dartmouth. He was a sociology major, but like a true student of the liberal arts, he took classes in philosophy, English, French, music, and astronomy. He wrote and he experimented. He graduated in 1941, and by the spring of 1942, he was an ensign in the Navy, serving in the Pacific Theater in World War II. He helped to bring equipment and personnel to a severely damaged Pearl Harbor. He was in the Solomon Islands and at Guadalcanal, and Philip Shribman wrote letters. He wrote to his favorite sociology professor that, quote, "a decent liberal arts education based on the social sciences is all a lot of us have left, and more becomes the only possible background on which to view this war." He wrote to his younger brother, who was about to enter college, about the importance of a liberal arts education. He said, "It can give you a broad outlook, an appreciation for people and beauty that money won't buy, where you can learn that life has beauty and fineness. It offers a mental enlargement which shall enable you to be a bigger man wherever the path of life leads you." He told his brother to look around you, keep your eyes open, try to see what's what. Hold on to the things that you know to be right. They'll shake your faith in a lot of the things you now think are right. That's good and part of your education. But look around and try to make up your own ideas on life and its values. On the eve of battle, which he would ultimately not survive, Philip Shribman wrote, "You know, it's the things I and everyone else always took for granted, like the assurance of democracy and beauty and fineness and justice, that are the things the country is now fighting to keep, and it's going to be hard to do." We may not be engaged in a world war right now, but we are still fighting for the assurance of democracy and justice and beauty. And it is still going to be hard to do. But I like our chances. I like our odds because we have you. You are hope. You are now the product of an Austin College education with all the richness of experience that education conveys. You are critical thinkers and disciplined researchers. You are both creators and informed consumers of media. You've acquired knowledge, created knowledge, and learned to apply it. You are hope. You've done all of that while living as part of this extraordinary community. You've blazed new trails with the leadership skills that you've developed and given back with a commitment to serve others. You've lived together, shown compassion, empathy, tolerance, and compromise. You've learned to live closely in a community that is larger than yourself, even when it hasn't been easy. Even when we don't agree, we are together. We can have the tough conversation. You have the courage to speak up and the imagination to put yourself in someone else's shoes. I am so proud of you. For all these reasons and more, you give me hope for the future. You give us all hope for the future. You are hope. So, class of 2024, all of us gathered around you today in body or looking down upon you in spirit are ready to send you out to make the world a better place. You are empowered by knowledge and steeled by adversity. You are, as the t-shirt said that you were given when you arrived in 2020, smart, resilient, and good. You are hope. Keep on making us proud by what you do and who you are. And may you keep each other and all of us and Austin College in your heart forever. I thank you. I congratulate the class of 2024.
Thank you, President O'Day. At Austin College, we have many ways of recognizing people who have made special contributions and achievements in various areas of college life. At Honors Convocation earlier this spring, we announced a number of awards for academic achievement. Several awards are also announced around commencement each year. Austin College offers exceptionally strong students the opportunity to pursue advanced individual projects and to qualify for graduation with honors. These students, upon invitation from one of our academic departments, have spent a substantial portion of the past year in preparing an honors thesis or project in their area of academic concentration. This morning, we recognize these talented and hardworking individuals for successful completion of their respective projects. As I call their names, will the students please rise and remain standing until all names have been called? Please hold your applause until all students have been recognized. So, graduating this year with departmental honors are Zoe Elise Brass in Public Health, Leah Winchie Ding, Biology, Charlotte Evelyn, Sociology, Bridget Sarah Ferris, Chemistry, Frank Sean Gudovich, Chemistry, Gabriel Joseph Graff, Chemistry, Amy Jane Johnson, Anthropology, Carrie Lynn Johnson, English, Miguel Alessandro Luisi Villamonda, Chemistry, Sebastio Aragorn Martin, Chemistry, Trinity Isabella River Nail, Psychology, Ireland Faith Owens, English, Rebecca Therese Paul, Psychology, Christian Michael Peterson, Mathematics, Danelle Jinping Saltzman, English, Joshua Caleb Sangali, Chemistry, Emma Jean Schloman, English, Ahana Shetty, Public Health, Carlos Alberto Suarez Chasine, Chemistry, Samantha A. Thiele, English, Danya Janae Van Vieren, Biology, and Clement Ward Payne White IV, History. Congratulations to all these fine students. You may be seated. Each year, the faculty selects 2 outstanding scholars in the graduating class for special recognition by the Board of Trustees. The awards are made with no distinction between them on the basis of the student's entire academic record as reflected on the transcript, the balance in course distribution, cumulative grade point average, and credits earned. The 2 students selected become the recipients of the J.C. Kidd and J.M. Robinson Memorial Scholarship Medals. The Kidd Medal is made possible through the generous gift of a Houston resident in memory of his friend, J.C. Kidd, and was first presented here at Austin College in 1940. The Robinson Medal is given in memory of Mr. and Mrs. J.M. Robinson of McKinney and was first presented in 1935. This year, we have identified 2 individuals from the class of 2024 to receive these awards. The Robinson Medal recipient is not present today and has asked to have their name withheld from the ceremony. So it is my pleasure to announce the name of the KID recipient and ask that you come forward and receive your medal and certificate. The KID recipient for 2024 is Leah Winchi Ding. Later this morning, when I call the names of the degree candidates, I will indicate those who have received Latin honors. These honors are based on cumulative grade point averages. Those delegated summa cum laude have earned a grade point average of 3.85 or higher on a 4.0 scale. Magna cum laude have earned 3.7 to 3.84, and cum laude have earned 3.5 to 3.69. Please join me in recognizing these students for their achievements at Austin College.
It is now time for the conferring of honorary degrees. The Board of Trustees at Austin College is authorized under its charter to grant honorary doctoral degrees to outstanding individuals in recognition of distinguished service, scholarship, or leadership. Today, the board has chosen to honor two people. Our baccalaureate speaker last evening, Reverend Keaton King, class of 2009, and Miss Annadelle Ross, class of 1966, a dedicated community volunteer and a descendant of Emily Austin. Mr. Scott Austin of the Austin College class of 1983 and chair of the Austin College Board of Trustees will assist me in awarding these honorary degrees. I begin with Reverend King. Will you please come forward? Keaton Ann King, you earned a bachelor's degree from Austin College in Spanish and Cultural Anthropology in 2009, graduating summa cum laude and earning membership in Phi Beta Kappa. You went on to earn a Master of Divinity from Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary in 2013, where you received the Field Education Award. Since 2013, you've served as associate pastor at St. Philip Presbyterian Church in Houston, Texas, where you've provided leadership in the Presbyterian Church through preaching, leading worship, teaching, and pastoral care. In that role, you've focused your ministry on youth and young adults, seeking to accompany young people on their faith journeys, a passion you discovered as an activator at Austin College. You exemplified church leadership through your service to Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary, where you've been a member of the Board of Trustees since 2016, and since 2021 have served as board chair. Through your work at Austin Presbyterian Seminary, you help make possible the education of future Presbyterian clergy. In recognition of your continued leadership and service to others, to the Presbyterian Church USA, and to your community, as well as your positive impact in the world, Austin College is proud to honor you by conferring upon you the degree of Doctor of Divinity. Congratulations. Thank you. Is there they're right over here. Great. Yep. Miss Ross, will you please come forward? Annadelle Home Ross, you earned a bachelor's degree from Austin College in 1966, as well as a Master of Library Science from the University of North Texas and a Master of Business Administration from Southern Methodist University. Throughout your career, you've held an impressive array of jobs, from intern to Texas Senator John Tower in Washington, D.C., Assistant Library Branch Manager for the Dallas Public Library, Business Manager of a commercial art studio, to Senior Financial Analyst with Mercantile Texas Corporation. You exemplify what it means to be an engaged citizen, having been a volunteer and supporter of countless community organizations. Among them, you've held leadership positions including President of the Dallas Women's Foundation, and service on the boards of directors of the Episcopal Church Foundation, Planned Parenthood of Northeast Texas, Our Friends Place, and the Dallas Summit. You've been active in organizations central to the cultural and civic life of Dallas, including Friends of the Dallas Arboretum, Dallas Glass Club, Royal Oak Society, Dallas Institute of Humanities and Cultures, First Presbyterian Church, League of Women Voters, and the Stew Pot Alliance. You've also supported the arts through your work with the Dallas Museum of Art, Trammell Crow Museum, Nasher Sculpture Center, Modern Art Museum of Fort Worth, Kimball Art Museum, American Folk Art Museum, and many, many others. She's also a master gardener and a master tree farmer. A direct descendant of early Texas matriarch Emily Austin Bryan Perry, whose gifts provided the foundation upon which Austin College was built, you too have been a generous benefactor to Austin College, providing support for scholarships, capital projects, and many other initiatives. In recognition of your leadership and significant contributions through your distinguished career and life of service, Austin College is proud to honor you by conferring upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Okay, students. We come now to the recognition and conferring of degrees to our students. I think so. Austin College, by its charter issued in 1849, received authority from the state of Texas to confer degrees, an authority also subsequently extended by the Austin College Board of Trustees and educational accrediting agencies. This authority is symbolized by the seal of the college on the President's Medallion and the mace. Dr. Gill, will you now present the 2024 recipients of the Master of Arts in Teaching degree?
Will the 2024 recipients of the Master of Arts in Teaching degree please rise? President O'Day, I am authorized by the faculty to recognize that the college has conferred on each recipient the Master of Arts in Teaching degree at the successful completion of all academic requirements.
What is the will of the Board of Trustees?
Mr. President, the Board of Trustees of Austin College recognizes the recommendation of the faculty and the successful completion of all academic requirements by these recipients of the Masters of Arts in Teaching degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Before I begin reading the names, one bit of information. For both master's and bachelor's graduates, please note that your diplomas are not included in the covers you will receive. When you look inside and your diploma is not there, do not panic. They can be picked up on the porch of Wynn Chapel by the graduate only with photo ID for 1 hour immediately after the end of the ceremony. Those not picked up will be mailed, so don't worry, you will get it one way or another. Now let's get back to celebrating the business at hand. Will the recipients, when their names are called, please come forward and be recognized? Brian Austin Coe. Evan Alessandro Cueva. Philip Garrett Guthrie. Ariana Sophia Kermali. Taylor Michelle Lavon. Susan Renee Martinez. Maria Hise Morales. Alejandra Salinas Garza. President O'Day, this concludes the recognition of the 2024 recipients of the Master of Arts in Teaching degree.
Dr. Gill, will you now present the 2024 recipients of the Bachelor of Arts degrees?
The 2024 recipients of the Bachelor of Arts degrees, please rise. President O'Day, I am authorized by the faculty to recognize that the college has conferred on each recipient the Bachelor of Arts degree at the successful completion of all academic requirements.
What is the will of the Board of Trustees?
Mr. President, the Board of Trustees of Austin College recognizes the recommendation of the faculty and the successful completion of all academic requirements by these recipients of the Bachelor of Arts degree with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, to all our graduates today, the Master's Program graduates that we just honored and the Bachelor of Arts graduates who we are about to honor, congratulations. Well done. And to our incredible faculty, thank you so much for all that you do. Well done.
Will the 2024 recipients come forward as their names are called? Riley M. Abernethy. Omar Khaldoun Abu Al-Sud, cum laude. Munsha Fudale Arihanto. Kimberly Aguilar. John Stewart Aldridge. Delaney Grace Alexander, magna cum laude. Ruha Alexander, magna cum laude. Naomi Nena Emwekwe. Chase Tyler and Tosca. Jordan D. Armstrong. Sarah Bess Arnold. Ryan Celise Ashlock. Camille Marie Asmus, magna cum laude. Matthew Murphy Austin. Sean Patrick Ayers, cum laude. Abby Ann Baker. Ethan J. Baker. Logan Wade Ballard. Amulia Balusu. Adam Bell Hajkasim, magna cum laude. Corolla Bellum Benitez. Tyra Ann Bennett, summa cum laude. Olivia Joan Berggren, cum laude. Mariana Claire Burt, summa cum laude. Chatham S. Betts. Zalia Hussein Ali Badani. Alwyn Bogal. Malik Deshaun Blake. Ashley Marie Boatwright, summa cum laude.
Proud of you, Ashley.
Kiara Don Bob, cum laude. Mackenzie Jane Bond. Michael P. Bose. Clay William Bourne. Natalia Carlin Bowman. Zoe Elise Brass, summa cum laude.
Zoe, congratulations.
Austin Rainey Brown. Miranda Nicole Martha Brown, cum laude. Lindsay Elizabeth Bush. Robert Atkinson Cagle. Deja Faith Campbell. Kareem Jakeith Campbell. Joseph Thomas Carrillo. Natalie Denise Castillo, cum laude. Cosme Catalan Perez, magna cum laude. Brittany Chan Wang. Joyce Maria Joy Chitteth. Hayden Andrew Claiborne. Caroline Harper Kluwer. Emma Grace Cook. Carolina E. Correas. Patrick S. Crane. Riley Craig, magna cum laude. Megan Lynn Crocker, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Colmo. Neil Harris Cutting, cum laude. Gregory Zach Zarnecki, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Davis, summa cum laude. Cody Fletcher Dean, magna cum laude. Congrats, Cody. Joshua Dengwan. Megan Elizabeth Devaney, summa cum laude. Tristan Jamar Dick. Leah Winchie Ding, summa cum laude. Denise Dominguez. Zoe Astrid Doyle, summa cum laude. James Isaac Drenner. And Alicia Dalila Duncan. Andrew Christopher Easley. Nora M. Elabiare. Colin Foster Ellis. Peyton Dawn Ellis, cum laude. Chizarumuke Marvel Emanyonu. Emily Catherine Ingeberson. Daisy Esquivel. Nicholas Michael Estes, summa cum laude. Charlotte Evelyn, summa cum laude. Justice Julius Fagan, summa cum laude. Bridget Sarah Ferris, summa cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Fisher. Bryn C. Flores. Reagan Reese Forrest. Heather Lauren Foster. Andrew Fugit. Hunter Fulton. Elizabeth Rose Funderburg, magna cum laude. Miranda Carolyn Galvan. Madison Victoria Gainey. Vanessa Patrice Garcia. Isabel Lucille Garrison, summa cum laude. Valeria Geraldine Garza Milano, cum laude. Melvin Wallace Gatson III. Timothy Austin Gauthier. Eleanor Cecilia Goldsmith, summa cum laude. Josue Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Samuel J. Gonzalez. Frank Sean Gudovich, summa cum laude. Gabriel Joseph Graff, summa cum laude. Braden Anders Grove. Jenna Leanne Groover. Carmen Guadalupe Guerrero Castillo. Curtis Scott Gustafson, cum laude. Christian Ruben Yen Gutierrez. Miller Stewart Haberly. Lucas Dylan Hale, cum laude.
Congratulations. Thank you. Well done.
Luke David Hancock. Dion C. Harris. Ethan Scott Harris. Eileen A. Himani, magna cum laude. Alex William Henderson. Emily Dawn Henderson. Luke Allen Matthew Henley. Angelina Elise Hernandez. Brenda Kathy Herrera, cum laude. Logan Joel Herring, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Heron, cum laude. Brandon Miles Hill, magna cum laude. Alyssa Carolyn Holloway, summa cum laude. John Bayard Huss. Brittany Dawn Hutton. Evelyn May Inovejas, summa cum laude. Takori Williams James. Joshua Allen Joe. Amy Jane Johnson, summa cum laude. Carrie Lynn Johnson, cum laude. Thomas Matthew Jolin. Jason Jones Jr. Seth Kerstetter. Siriapop Kio Petun. Roshni Kosla. Megan Elise Keel, cum laude. Callie Rayanne King. Colin Dion King. Nicholas Allen Colzer, magna cum laude. Ravam Krishna Gothapali. Glenn William Croman, cum laude. Christian Anthony Kaiser. Leslie Anel Laurelis. Kieran Robert Dale Leahy. Jean Hyun Lee, cum laude. Yuban Lim, cum laude. Olivia Patrice Linton. Miguel Alessandro Liuizzi Viamonde, summa cum laude. Alyssa Claire Logan. Katia Lucille Logan. Javon Christian Lopez. Christian Gabriel Luera, cum laude. William Joshua Majors, magna cum laude. Pamela Michelle Mahan. Wilmer Virgilio Maldonado. Brittany Ann Martin, magna cum laude. Sebastio Aragorn Martin, summa cum laude. Denise Zari Matu. Joseph Dylan MacArthur. Erin Alana McCormick. Aubrey Rose McCune. Corey Franklin McGrath, magna cum laude. Susan Aubrey McLean, cum laude. Renje Miao. Akira N. Maris. Grace Julia Milligan, summa cum laude. Ashton Brian Milton. Colin Lane Musinski, cum laude. Evie Ray Neighbors. Trinity Isabella River Nail, magna cum laude. Alyssa Leanne Nelson. Timothy Hakeem No, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Wynn. Phoebe M. Wynn, summa cum laude. Ethan Nixon. Kylie Bryn Noble. Sarah Caroline Norton, summa cum laude. Elizabeth H. Nunley, summa cum laude. Margaret Lynn Olfke. Megan C. O'Neill. Daniel Orozco, summa cum laude. Jacob Paul Ortiz. Ireland Faith Owens, cum laude. Ryan A. Padfield. Rebecca Therese Paul, summa cum laude. Rebecca Ann Perales, cum laude. Emmanuel Perez Escalona. Kylie Lynn Perry, summa cum laude. Hayden Daniel Sneed, Piscina. Christian Michael Peterson, summa cum laude. Jaylee Lenore Phillips. Preston Bennett Pierce. Jarrett L. Pleasant, cum laude. Savannah Ray Poland, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Colleen Preston. Evan Christopher Preston. Shruti Ramesh, cum laude. Tyler Joseph Rasica. Umsu Ubdor Rolf. Andrew Cecil Ray. Dalton Cole Reese, cum laude. Hunter Travis Richardson, cum laude. Rylan Matthew Rich, magna cum laude. Jocelyn McKenna Robinson, magna cum laude. Lauren N. Rogers. Carlos Rodriguez. Mike Rodriguez. Alan Robert Rosenberg, magna cum laude. Alyssa Gwen Ross. Ariana Marie Rucco. Kaylee McConna Rush. Upurva Nandini Saktival. Danielle Jinping Saltzman, summa cum laude. Amina Kamara Sam Unahu. Samantha Kate Sumante. Colby M. Sampson. Sarah Adalia Sandoval. Joshua Caleb Sangali, summa cum laude. Andrea Isabel Salcedo. Janae Aman Scales, magna cum laude. Emma Jean Schloman, summa cum laude. Nicholas A. Schmidt, cum laude. Jalen Philip Sharp, cum laude. Ahana Shetty, summa cum laude. Aru Bryce Kathy Silverhand, cum laude. Elizabeth Audrey Ann Simpson. Joshua Allen Singleton. Abigail Andronike Sizemore. Marcus Nathaniel Sloniker. John S. Smith. Victoria Faith Lai Smith. Bernice Soto, magna cum laude. Sansai Sulyapan. Grayson Kenneth Stacy. Hannah N. Stocks. Riley M. Stringer, magna cum laude. Faith Ruby Strong. Carlos Alberto Suarez Chasing, magna cum laude.
Brought some with you today, huh? Congratulations.
Jacob Berhane Tekel. Samantha A. Thiele, summa cum laude. Ciara Dawn Thomas, magna cum laude. Okay, let's do it next. Neil Tam Tam.
Neil, we were just testing you a little bit. Congratulations. Well done.
Pritika Shri Thotakura. Christine Juliet Tomasino, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
Christian Kulathiel Tame. Ruth Irene Toth. Jake Anthony Trapani. Lauren Alexis Trailer. Andrew Carl Triplett. Matthew Chun. Tin Dean Trong. Timothy Montana Turkett. Jasmine Ijoma Yumehi. Cable Zane Utley. Danya Janae Van Vieren, summa cum laude. Jaden Alexandra Van Kirk, summa cum laude. Davidiana Vanugopal. Hector Vergara. Elisa A. Vera. Max O'Brien Walstead. Tobias Andrew Ward II. Clement Ward Payne White IV, summa cum laude.
Handshake's not enough, Clement.
Willa Faith Joming White, cum laude. Caleb Dwayne Williams. Mari Ilana Wisner. Jake A. Wolf. Chloe Nicole Wright. Taylor Elise Wright, cum laude. Spencer Catherine Wynn, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Zeiski.
Congratulations. Well done. Proud of you.
Graduates, you made it. We know many of you are eager to toss these caps up in the air, and the moment is near, but please hold on to your hats for just a few moments longer. You'll get a cue from President O'Day in a few minutes when it's time for the cap toss. First, the graduation tassel is a symbol of success, and moving the tassel from the left after graduating is symbolic of crossing another stage in your life while keeping your alma mater close to your heart. So at this time, we invite all bachelor's candidates to move your tassel from the right side to the left. President O'Day, this concludes the candidates for Bachelor of Arts degree. And now, will our Alumni Board President and the co-chairs of the Senior Committee of the Class of 2024 please come forward?
Good morning, graduates. That's a great ring to it, doesn't it? What a privilege it is and honor for me to be here today speaking to you. My name is Jack Wiley, and I'm president of the Austin College Alumni Board. And I'm here to officially welcome you into the Austin College Alumni Association. Congratulations. Since I graduated in 1988, I've always felt a connection to and been extremely proud of Austin College and its alumni. My mentor, Dr. Bob Mason, always said that it was the people that make this place so special. That bond has fostered what I believe to be some of the most distinguishing characteristics of an Austin College graduate. One is the esprit de corps, the way we feel about where we went to school. Second is the kindness that we show to each other. And thirdly, it's our service to one another. By virtue of your graduation from this very special place, you are automatically surrounded by alumni who are ready, willing, and able to provide you the support you're going to need to make you successful in your chosen endeavors. I hope you will be proud to be part of our Alumni Association. When I reflect on my time as a student here at Austin Colleges, the experience I recall the ones that led to the development of my values, my personality, and my identity, and virtually all of my lifelong friendships. Apart from my three daughters, all of the things that are good and consequential in my life are the result of having chosen to go to school here. Because of this, I've continued to nurture my relationship with Austin College and my fellow alumni. I hope you will remember the positive experiences here as well. And I hope that you will keep in touch with your professors, your friends, your coaches, your mentors, and all those connected with Austin College that have influenced you. My time at Austin College gave me so much to be thankful for, and I've tried to do what I can to reciprocate. I know many of you have made the same effort by generously contributing to this year's senior class gift. Therefore, I'd like now to invite Carrie Johnson and Alyssa Holloway, who are the chairs of the senior committee, to join President O'Day for the presentation of that gift.
Good morning. Thank you. Very honored to be here. On behalf of the class of 2024, we present this check to Austin College.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We're going right out here. Thank you. Graduates, I get to say that now, graduates. As your journey continues, Know that your life will be different because you were here. Your life will be better because you were here. The lives of everyone that you are close to will be better because you were here. I hope you will remember that. Remember Austin College. Wherever you should go, remember that you were here. I like to say that Austin College transforms students so they can transform the world. Well, class of 2024, you have been transformed, whether you realize it now or not. Now it's time to go transform the world. Do well, do good, do keep in touch. And now, as I turn the podium over to Chaplain John Williams for the final benediction, it is my great pleasure to officially claim you as proud alumni of Austin College. And to celebrate this momentous day, there is the one final tradition that Dr. Gill mentioned for us to celebrate. So here's how we're going to do this. It's going to be on the count of 3. It's going to be 1, 2, ruse, then toss. Please do me a favor, because after all, I'm the president. Don't throw them too high. Let's not get anybody hurt. And remember, most if not all of you want to reclaim your tassel at least. So if you do toss it, make sure you can find it afterwards, okay? So let us continue this tradition. Are you ready? 1, 2, ruse!
Okay, friends, this part is about over. The world is about to turn. So now it again is my great pleasure to invite and encourage you all to go out into the world and be people of peace. Have courage. Hold on tight to all that is good. Return no one evil for evil. Support the weak. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Honor all people. Love and serve the world. Share what you have. Speak truth tenderly and lovingly. Clean up your own messes. Use the brains God gave you. Figure stuff out. Act like gifted and beloved people, because that really is what you really are. And never forget that the grace, mercy, and peace of Almighty God are with us all, whoever we are, today, tomorrow, and forever. Seriously, amen.